In this video, we're going to jump into Wojak, Pickle, Tomcat, and a whole host of other different meme coins. Guys, let's get into the video because there's some peculiar pattern that's happening right now, which I reckon that will spark another rally for some of these memes to have a continuation run to the upside. So guys, let's get into the show. But before we do so, strap onto our boots, put on our rocket helmet. So let's get into the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Right, why don't we kick off the show with Pickle, because currently we're up by 76% move to the upside and the market cap has finally rising up from the other day. So a few days ago it was sitting roughly around about just nearly $700,000, and now we've gone up by literally 1x and some more. I reckon we're still yet to see some massive moves coming in for Pickle. Finally, here we are. All right, exactly what I said in my last few videos, that once we do see a continuation or at least an explosion to the upside back into this box, I said to you all that in no time we should be able to break above here, and once we do, we should be powering our way out of this area from here, and then our first point of reaction will be right up here. And what I mean by that is this area here is our resistance area, and depending how we react in this zone, if we then have a reaction where we've come up to this resistance level, if we then see a slight little pullback, that'll be another area for the entry for continuation to the upside. So let's just see how we react in this zone right up here. So what I'm going to do in this video and moving forward, I'm going to leave some of these lines so you can see for yourself exactly from which zones I'm talking about. Now let's draw the resistance line. What an important area to say the least. All right, right up here. Once we do come back up to retest this area, we just need to see how the price action reacts, and depending on what BTC does as well, because if BTC does hold a particular level and goes suddenly slightly up, then it will literally drag the meme coins to be continuing to the upside, and in no time we should be able to head away back towards close enough to the last all-time highs within a reasonable time. My reasonable time frame for Pickle to get back up into these levels should be hopefully by the end of next week, but it could be even quicker than expected. Either way, I reckon with Pickle we can easily see a 1000x coming in for Pickle. So why don't we move on to the next one, which is going to be Tomcat. Tomcat, almost to the T, exactly what I said in my last video, that we should be continuing our way to the upside. And as we clearly can see from this chart, before this move to the upside has emerged, I did say in my last video, that's when I drew this line right up here, where I've measured this trend line, literally like this. Reason why, because it looks almost like a typical, but almost to perfection, larger bull flag, which essentially means that once we do make this crazy run to the upside, which we have done, if we see a pullback but it turns into a form of a bull flag, and the minute that we break from this level roughly around about down here, we should be continuing our way to the upside. So I've measured from the bottom of this move to the top, brought it over like so. I can't even get it. Here we are, and we're just going to move it roughly around about here, almost exactly to the T, what I mentioned in my last video. Not about making that precision entry, it's all about just getting in when it makes sense. Entering roughly around about here did actually make sense, because once we do break up from here, we should hold on to the trade for a move to the upside. However, if we then see a slight little tug back into the same level anywhere down here, that will still be natural, because it wouldn't be natural for us to just continue to go to the upside without any level or signs of a pullback. So we're still yet to see a pullback, and if we do, we just need to see just how much of a pullback are we going to get. Are we going to get a pullback of only 50% of this move, or the full pullback into this level down here? Either way, guys, it's always good to try to anticipate for a pullback, because you have even more opportunities to add more to your winning trade. How high do you reckon we can go with Tomcat? Well, just like in my last prediction, I've always said that I can see Tomcat get into its billions. Just how many in billions, who knows, guys. End of the day, this is going to be a winner for me as well. as well as multiple other different memes. Not every memes are going to see your 50, 100x, 200x, even 1000x jumping off the back of narratives like the play to earn, Tomcat, Ton Network. I reckon with Ton Network will certainly be one of those winners because one, it is the newest network out there with a decent blockchain. They've got a high amount of users and users are pouring in because you can quite easily use the blockchain directly from your phone, just in the way of Telegram. But either way, I won't digress too much into that until for another video where I dedicate to Ton Network. But let's crack on with the video. And the next one is going to be cheers from the Base Network. Guys, every time I look at this chart on Base Network, we just need to break certain level in order for me to become a fully fledged believer. The market cap is currently at $302,000. And if we take a look at the chart, let me just blow the chart up a little bit. All right, as we can see from this chart, we haven't yet pulled back into this level down here, but I could make a case that we might not even come back down into these levels. And if we do, whether it's like a wick like this for instance or anything, I'm looking to potentially get in and maybe add even a lot more of my bags. I just got a feeling that perhaps this could do exactly the same as the cheers token on the Solana network, because still fall flat. All right, so what am I prepared to do? I am prepared to put down a small portion of my trading account into Cheers token because one, I can afford to do so and I don't care whether I lose that money at all. Two, if this works out, then quite possibly we could see a massive push to the upside. As we have seen so far on the day, we've actually just increased in volume and this green candle has been printed into an engulfing candle. Just bear in mind, it is a daily chart. By the end of the day, this could actually fall flat, but who cares? From a larger perspective, we just need to make sure that we do cross this line up here, which is the resistance line, this yellow one right here. If I see some volume kicking in, as we see over here, then if we see that we have engulfed and recaptured this area right up here and we're pushing to the upside, I just need to see the second that we do break up from the last all-time highs. The second that we do, guess what guys, it could be a moment for strap on to your boots and you might need to actually wear a rocket helmet because we could be going to the moon. Either way guys, if we then take a look at the market cap once again, the market cap is looking like, okay, so it increased from 302 to 323. So volume is certainly there. It started to kick in. How high can we go? Right guys, 10x from here, 3.2 million. 100x from here, 32 million. 1000x from here, 328 million. Question is guys, do you reckon Cheers on Base Network would be better than the Cheers on the Solana network? Let me know in the comments guys on which one you're most bullish on. So why don't we move on to the next one, and that is going to be Wojak. Guys, this could be the best opportunity for any of us to get into Wojak because like I said in my last video, that we are seeing some significant pullback. These pullbacks are the stuff of dreams, quite literally, because once we do come back down into these levels right over here, then guys, I wouldn't be surprised that we do continue our way to the upside. The reason why I say that is because if we just squeeze into the chart a little bit, yeah, we're all about squeezing the charts. Check this out guys, we had retested up here multiple times. There's 1, 2, 3, this week here 4. So sooner rather than later, we are going to be exploding our way to the upside and literally smashing through the last all-time highs to create a new all-time highs. The question is, how soon can we get up there and when should we enter to maximize our gains? If this works out guys, we just need to see a little bit more pullback into these levels down here where it's acting like a magnet, quite literally, because even down here in the resistance level, originally we've broken up from this level here, turn it into resistance, and ever since we've all somehow managed to come back into these levels here. All right, so that means potentially if we do come back down here, that will be the ultimate entry area. However, just in case if we do flip to the upside from here, it's actually worth adding just a little bit more roundabout over here because we could just flip, turn and continue our way to the upside. But just in case if we don't, add a little portion over here and add a lot more. I'll go absolutely ham once we do come back into this level, because even for the short term, from here to the last all-time highs, it's at least 146% move to the upside. So I'm not too bothered about that. What I am bothered about is the minute that we do break above these levels up here to create a new all-time highs, because the more higher we go, that's where we can make even more money. Let's take a look at the market cap once again. The market cap is sitting at $206,000. 10x from here, you put the market cap at 2 million. 100x from here, it will put the market cap at 20 million, and then 1000x, it will put the market cap at $206 million. So you let me know, guys, do you reckon Wojak can finally break up above from the last all-time highs? And would Wojak or Solana be the meme that can give you that 1000x? Guys, that is freaking insane. If you just use $100 to get a 10x from here with $100, it's essentially $1,000. Then to get 100x from your $100, that is already 10 grand. To get 1000x, guys, that's a million. Potentially it could be a million. I reckon Wojak, either one way or another, if you put in even a couple of $100, don't worry too much about this short-term volatility and the price action. Be smart, savvy trader and hold for the long term, because you could in fact see easily more than $80,000. But remember, guys, this is not financial advice, just telling you exactly what I've experienced in multiple bull seasons and how you can capitalize even with the smallest of funds, because you can still make bank. All right, so let's move on to the next one, and that is going to be Andy. Mr. Andy, what are you doing with my heart? All right, so it's looking like, yeah, okay, it's pretty decent. The chart setup is pretty nice, actually, from a daily perspective. We could potentially be coming back down into this level down here, which means that could be a perfect area for loading the hell up on Andy before we blast away out of here. In fact, I do reckon that once we do come back down into this level, then we should be adding a lot more. I'm gonna probably go ham on Andy, but just in case if we don't, I'm gonna add a little bit now in this area here. Only reason why, because I'm seeing a green candle being printed so far for the day. It is the last day of the week, so we just don't know what's going to happen towards the back end of Sunday. Well, it depends on what part of the world you're at in terms of whether it's still Saturday or Sunday. Either way, this is looking like if we do print out a green and that green candle happens to be bigger than this red candle here, then we should be expecting a move at least temporary to the upside. So I'll be adding a lot more to, well, not a lot more, I'll be adding a portion of my bags right up here, just in case if we do come back down into this level down here, I'm going to be adding even more. And I still reckon with Andy, we're still going to see that's crazy gains coming in. In fact, 10x from here at 106 million. 100x away from here, you put the market cap at $1 billion market cap. So we can still expect 100x at least for Andy. Who knows, guys, we might even see more, but it really depends on how many more people will be jumping into the Andy bandwagon. Secondly, how much more popularity would Andy get during the bull season, and most importantly, and maybe collectively from the boys clubs, they all could actually be going parabolic up, and then that means Andy would be joining in that ride, if that would be the narrative. Either way, guys, I'm going to leave the video here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you took some value out from this video. Do me a favor, guys, just leave a comment whether you agree or disagree with my analysis, but most importantly, are you bullish on any of the coins that I've mentioned in this video? Guys, head over towards my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the bell notification, scroll down, check out my last few videos, and I will see you all in the next one.